Welcome to the McClatchy Gmail Basics Brown Bag session. In this session, we will look at some of the settings that we can use to customize, organize, and better use Gmail. This will contain some rudimentary information, but a lot of it should be informative. This should take about 25 minutes to a half hour to go through all the material, and we will be recording these sessions and have them available online to review later. Please mute your microphones and we'll get started. There are several ways of customizing your McClatchy Gmail account. Clicking on the gear icon located in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, just below your account symbol or picture, you will see several different options for changing the way your account looks. For example, display density changes how condensed the text of your messages and labels appear. The comfortable setting provides double spacing between lines, while cozy and compact settings reduce the spacing. As we can see here, clicking, this will allow you more area between the text, and it just makes things a little more readable, where the cozy and comfortable settings are a little more compact and allow for more text to be utilized in a smaller space. Clicking on the Configure Inbox option allows you to put your messages into categories that will appear as tabs at the top of your message list. If you mouse over the different categories in the Configured Inbox window, it will define what each category will contain and give you actual examples that will appear in your category. And I will demonstrate that. Clicking on the Configure Inbox. As you can see, we'll have examples of the various messages that will be included in each category. You click Save, and these categories will then appear above your message list. To undo this, we just uncheck the category checkboxes and click Save. Please note you cannot uncheck the primary one, for that holds the actual inbox. You can change the background image of your Gmail account by selecting the Themes option and clicking on any of the pictures. If you wish to go back to the default setting, you can click on the light theme. I will demonstrate that. Click on Themes. You can pick your theme. As you will see, it allows you to preview what it will look like. And you can just click Save, and it will keep that theme. If you wish to undo it, go back and scroll down. The light theme is about middle of the way down, and just click on that. It'll show you what it looks like, and click Save. And you can get instructional help from Google by clicking the Help option, although some of the help topics may not apply to policies applied to your Gmail account by McClatchy. As you can see, click Help. It will give you a list of subjects that you can click on, or you can search, and it'll give you subjects according to your search. Just click the X and it will close. If you click a subject, it'll bring it up inside the window. Settings. The settings in Gmail allow you to set up how your Gmail account looks, functions, and is organized. To access the settings, go to the gear icon and click the Settings option. Your message list will be replaced by the Settings interface. as you can see here. The General tab in Settings is displayed by default. In the General tab, you can customize how Gmail looks, how it works, and how you can organize your messages. I will now take you on a quick tour. The maximum page size shows how many conversations will be viewed per page, or how many contacts per page will be listed. You can change whether or not you can view images automatically, or if permission is needed, will need to be asked. This can be a good way of protecting your Gmail and your computer, and you can do that here. I would probably have it ask for displaying external images. This way you're sure not to have any kind of malicious code be in case you have like a questionable message come through. Conversation view allows you to change if you want replied to and forwarded messages to remain together or have them listed by date in your message list. I prefer conversation view. I feel it's better to keep the messages together in one area instead of having to go look for messages that pertain to each other and having to search for them. An important option is undo send. You can turn that on here just by clicking the checkbox. It allows you to click an undo link for up to 30 seconds after sending a message, and you can change that from anywhere from 5 to 10 to 30, 20 to 30 seconds. The only caveat here would be the message that you send will not, the person that you're sending the message to will not receive the message for the period of the undo. So if you set it for 30 seconds, that person won't receive the message for 30 seconds. Preview pane makes your Gmail look similar to Outlook and providing you with a pane to read your messages without switching back and forth between the message and your message list. That setting is actually in your Labs tab, and you can be set there. This actually allows you to set when or how long it is until the message that you click on is marked as read. I have this one set immediately, but you can set the different ones, different levels, up to never having it marked read. Signatures can be important in representing McClatchy in general, and your site and department in particular. You can change the style and add essential information to each email that you send by using the different signature features. As you can see here, I have a signature set up. You can change the font type, size, how you accent it, and you can even create links. In creating links, if you click here and you don't have any text highlighted, it will leave it blank, and you can then create the link in any text that you want, and then click OK, and that creates the link. And of course, you just highlight it and hit your delete button, and it will delete it. Or you can remove the link or recreate it. Finally, one of the most important features is letting others know that you're on vacation or that you're out of the office for a length of time. where they can get assistance while you're unavailable. This option allows you to schedule when your auto reply will start and stop. So if you turn it on, you can set it through a calendar interface, and you can make changes to it however you want. And it will start on this date, stop on this date. You can format your message itself just as you would any other email message. The important options to note are the only send a response to people in my contacts and people in McClatchy. This prevents people from outside knowing that you are off-site and that your email is an actual active account. So, and with whenever you do make changes in general settings, always be sure to click the Save Changes button, or the changes won't be saved, and it will take you back to your inbox. Labels. Labels are like folders in other email systems. The difference is in Gmail, you don't just put your messages into labels, you can also attach labels to your messages. Gmail also provides system labels to help you organize your messages and protect your system. And I can show you some quick examples. As you can see, inbox label is the default label for most messages in Gmail, unless you have it filtered, or your messages filtered to a different label. Excuse me, any mail that you have sent, whether composed, replied, or forwarded, will be contained in the sent mail label, which is here. The label marked All Mail contains every message, including sent messages, with the exception of those messages sent to the spam and trash labels. If you archive an email, it removes it from removes all the other labels, and it can only be found in the All Mail label. Labels that are marked as hidden in the label manager can be found by going to the bottom of the list and clicking the More option, which is right here. These labels have been marked as hidden. Now, for ones like spam, if you were to receive a new one, or if it is marked, if it is marked as not read, here it is, marked as unread. As long as it has an unread message in it, the spam label will be listed in the regular labeled list. The same goes with drafts. If you have one in there, but there, an unread message in there. These can be controlled by going to the Manage Labels link. You can store a single copy of messages in multiple labels by applying different labels to it. You can then search by messages with those particular labels, or organize your messages with multiple labels so that you can quickly identify what types of messages they are. Labels can be removed from a message by clicking the X next to the label name. As you can see, the X is here. And if you remove all the labels, then it is archived, and as I said before, it will be placed in the All Mail label. You can easily create new labels by clicking on the label icon or the button with label written on it, depending on how you have your buttons set up in settings. When the label list window appears, click on the Create New Label at the bottom of the window, and then fill out the name of the new label in the resulting text box. You can nest labels by clicking the option and then clicking on the drop-down arrow, which will show a list of the labels that you have already had. You cannot nest in existing labels. or existing system labels, I should say. Now, as I said, you can come here. You can come here and create new labels. You can call it whatever you want. And if you wish, you can nest it. That it can only be in an existing user-made label. It cannot be in a system. You cannot nest into a system label. Click Create, and that label is then created in the label list. Another way to create and manage labels is by going to the settings and clicking the Labels tab at the top. There you can also choose which labels are visible and delete labels that you no longer need. I can show you real quick. You go to your settings, your labels. You can choose to hide or show any of the system labels. And as I said before, you can choose the show if unread option for a couple of these. You can also administer your categories if you wish, and the labels that you've created. Now, the show if unread option is only available for the topmost label and does not apply to the nested labels. But you can hide them if you wish, hide the nested labels if you wish. You can also edit, change the name, or remove them altogether. If you have a lot of labels, you can search for the name by typing in label with a colon after it into a search field. You can then type the start of what you think that label name is, and it will drill down through the various labels, even if it is nested. This will save you from going into the label settings to search for a label, and allow you to just do a quick search and find what you need. If you're having problems finding a particular message, you can use the search options found by clicking the drop-down arrow of the search bar. You can search the all mail label or any specific label. There's even an option to search the spam and trash labels, which are not included in a search of the all mail label. Please refer to your takeaways that are named Search in Gmail on PC, Android, and iOS, and search operators that you can use with Gmail for additional information. By going into Settings and clicking on the Filters and Blocked Addresses tab, you can create, import, and export filters, as well as view, edit, and delete any of the filters that you have created. You can also administer any blocked addresses, and also messages that future messages from addresses which have been blocked will appear in your spam filter. And I'll show you that real quick here. Your filters and blocked addresses, where that's located. You can easily create a filter by clicking on the More button and then clicking on Filter Messages like these, or by going to the message itself, clicking on the drop-down arrow next to the Reply button and clicking on Filter Message like these, the Filter Messages like these option. Clicking either of these options will bring up a dialog box and show you a list of the messages that will be filtered. So if you're in your inbox, and click on that and either filter messages like these or click it here, and this will bring up the search for the messages that you wish to filter. then once you have it set so you find the messages that you want, you create or click on the create filter with this search option, and this will bring up the various options for creating the filter. When the filter dialog appears, you notice it is the same as the advanced search options in the dialog box, and you can also just bring that up and it will give you the option. So if I was to say put in to and do a search, it'll bring up those emails, and then I can create a filter with that search, and I don't have to go to any of the go through any of that to find it. When you click the filter create filter link, another dialog box appears, and that will show you all the options that you have for organizing and administrating your messages. And this way you can easily and automatically apply labels, delete, and even forward many messages at once. As you can see here in the example, I'll bring that up here real quick. You can skip the inbox, basically archiving these messages whenever they come in if they apply. You can mark them as read, you can star them, you can choose which filter or which label you want them sent to. And again, this only applies to labels that have been created by the user, not system labels. You can forward it, delete it, send it to spam. And also, clicking here will also apply that filter to the existing messages. If you don't do that, it will apply only to those new messages that are coming in. Blocking and unblocking addresses. You can block an address by clicking on the drop-down arrow next to the reply button on any message. It will bring up a dialog box that allows you to block the sender's address. If you wish, and if you wish to change your mind, or if you block someone by accident and you wish to unblock them, go to the Filters and Blocked Addresses tab in the settings and select the unblock unblock the address. And I can show you that real quick. We have this. We can block this address. Now, future messages will be blocked, but the existing messages will not go to the spam folder. Only if we report it as spam will the message itself be sent to the spam filter and future messages be blocked. If we want to change our mind, we go into Settings, Filters, and Blocked Addresses. Whoops. We have to click block. We have to OK that. And then once that is OK, it'll appear here. Now if there's more than one here, we could check multiple ones and use this one. Or we can just go to the individual address itself and click the unblock option and OK that one. Labs, you can go into the Labs tab in Settings to enable various add-ons that will give you greater functionality. You can make your Gmail more user-friendly by using the preview pane, as I mentioned before, to view your messages, or see the profile pic of a person whom you were chatting with using the pictures in chat. And I'll walk through these quickly and show you the some of the other labs here. This is the Labs tab. Canned Responses allows you to save and send common messages using a button next to the Compose form. You can also use it to automatically send email using filters. It's good for users that receive a lot of the same type of messages from multiple people. An example would be for someone in, say, circulation who is receiving a message stating that they did not receive their paper today. That person would say, okay, send a canned message that said something of the nature of, okay, it's on its way, we're sending you a paper now, that type of thing. It can be used in various ways throughout different departments, and it's a handy little option to have. Preview pane, as I mentioned before, provides a pane to read mail right next to your message list, so you don't have to go back and forth between your message list and the messages themselves. It has them all in the same window. Smart Labels automatically categorizes incoming bulk, notification, or form messages with filters and can be modified using the Filter Settings tab. Messages can be removed from the bulk category using the reply or drop-down menu. And this also comes in handy for putting messages into the particular categories that show up in the category options whenever you configure your inbox. So, and as you can see, there are various other labs that you can look through and choose from. If you have any questions about any of the labs, you can contact the end user services team at eus@mcclatchy.com, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have. All right, that concludes our session for today. If you have any questions, please, again, do not hesitate to ask the EUS team. Again, the address is eus@mcclatchy.com. If you need us to go over anything else, you can ask us, and we will be able to. We should be able to help you out with it. I want to thank you for your attention, and please be sure to read your takeaways that we will provide, probably corporate-wide. We should be able to send the takeaways to everyone in corporate. And again, thank you for your attention, and I hope you have a wonderful day.